Okay, today we are going to be mixing our cool colors, and I'm going to paint a different shape. Last time I painted circles. I think this time I'm going to paint, I'm going to do stars and mix it up. So let's look in our paint tray to figure out where are our cool colors. So I see blue, green, and purple. So they're not all next to each other, but they're still in the pan and we can find them. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take my paintbrush, I'm gonna get that water, and I'm gonna mix up that blue. So I'm adding more water to my paint pan, and I can see that blue is starting to really turn into liquid. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to show you a little trick of how I make stars. Maybe you know this trick, but there. So here's my first step. I did the whole outline, and you don't have to do a star. I just want to do stars for a shape. And now I'm going to fill the inside of my star, and I can grab a little bit more water and kind of spread and push the watercolors around. And then I'll have a nice solid blue star. I like when you can kind of see the water where it gets thinner, and then maybe you grab a little bit more paint and you can kind of push it in there. It's kind of, you may notice that once you've made that outline, the paint will stay within that outline of your star, which is kind of gives you a little bit more control. All right, so there's my first star. I think I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna mix a new color. I'm gonna go with green, because you can go back and forth. You don't have to just stick with one color. You may want to keep your brush clean in between colors as you move around. Okay, so here comes my next star, a green star. I'm gonna fill this one in right away. And I grabbed a little bit more water so I could kind of get the water to run into that shape, because I like that watery, kind of looks like tie-dye. Okay. Now the purple. It's on the very end of your tray. And I'm just gonna fill my page with stars. Or I could switch it up and do a different shape too. Especially if you think the star, and this is just my choice. You could do triangles, you could do squares, you could do rectangles, you could do swirly lines. Totally up to you. So I've got a lot of water on this purple star, which means it's gonna get kind of runny, which I like that look. I'm gonna move it over so you can see it a little better. Yep, so see how it's got that real runny feel? I could then even pick up a little bit more of the paint, and I could even just I could put polka dots within my star, and then you're gonna see how the color kind of runs and bleeds, but it's kind of cool. Maybe I want to go back and add a little more water to my other stars, and then maybe pick up that color, the same color, and just put more polka dots and just watch the color kind of spread out and bleed. And then I'll go back, maybe I'll pick up some more green And do another star right here. Make sure you can see it. Get the water in there. Doing that outline first gives you that control, because the water will kind of, it almost like the outline acts like it's a barrier to the rest of the dry parts of the paper. So you can kind of control where the color wants to move. Here I'm doing a star a little differently without doing the crisscrossing lines. You could do hearts. You could do tree, outline of a tree. I like how this one has more of like a gradient. It goes from lighter to darker. Definitely needing more purple. And filling in the inside after you get that outline in. Another thing that's really fun about watercolors is you can let this dry and then you could go back over it. You could do outlines. There's lots of options for you with how you want to use your watercolors. So these are our cool colors that we have in our pan. So have fun experimenting.